Do you see yourself as extroverted and enthusiastic? Do you see yourself as sympathetic and warm? Are you dependable and self-disciplined? Are you anxious? And are you open to new experiences? These questions reflect on 5 major dimensions of your personality, and today we'll give you a brief introduction to this classic 5-factor model of personality, including the definition, the origin, and we'll use a brief measure to demonstrate. What are the dimensions? The modern 5-factor model includes the dimensions of openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. You can remember it as OCEAN, O-C-E-A-N. Openness refers to the tendency to be interested and try new activity. It is also interpreted as the personality aspect of intelligence as well as culture. Conscientiousness refers to the tendency of self-control, responsibility, orderly, and rule-abiding. It has great predicting power on a variety of life outcomes, especially workplace outcomes. Extroversion refers to the tendency of being assertive, dominant, sociable, and energetic. People score lower are considered quiet and reserved. Agreeableness refers to the tendency of being interpersonal. People score lower in agreeableness can be considered as self-centered and ruthless. Neuroticism refers to how likely an individual is to experience distress. It is the opposite of emotional stability. Higher neuroticism scores tend to correlate with negative outcomes. How did researchers formulate the 5 dimensions? The model resulted from many different researchers investigating personality from different perspectives. For instance, different researchers used a lexical approach to analyze personality traits by analyzing language. Later in the 80s, researchers started to use questionnaire surveys to measure traits. More recently, researchers found biological substrates to support the Big 5 personality dimensions. How do I measure my own personality? There are many different measures available now, from 10 items to 240 items. Today, I will introduce you a very brief measure from Gosling, Rentfrow, and Swann in 2003. Rate yourself based on the following questions from 1, which is disagree strongly, to 7, which is agree strongly. I see myself as number 1, extroverted, enthusiastic, 2, critical, quarrelsome, 3, dependable, self-disciplined, 4, anxious, easily upset, 5, open to new experiences, complex, 6, reserved, quiet, 7, sympathetic, warm, 8, disorganized, careless, 9, calm, emotionally stable, and 10, conventional, uncreative. Question number 5 and 10 are measuring openness to experience, and number 10 is reverse item. Number 3 and 8 are measuring conscientiousness, and number 8 is reverse item. Question 1 and 6 measure extroversion, number 6 is reverse item. Question 2 and 7 are measuring agreeableness, and number 2 is reverse item. Number 4 and 9 are measuring neuroticism, and number 9 is reverse item. You need to calculate the mean of the 2 items on each dimension to know your score. Now I'll give you a second to calculate. How do I know where I am compared to my friends? By surveying a large amount of people, we can find out the norm for each age and gender group that you can compare yourself with. For instance, if you're between 31 to 40 years old, the norm for female is openness is at 5.49 with standard deviation of 1.18. Conscientiousness at 4.97 with standard deviation of 1.41. Extroversion at 4.17 with standard deviation of 1.64. Agreeableness at 5.04 with standard deviation of 1.19. neuroticism at 3.75 with standard deviation of 1.45. In this table, you can see that openness decreased over age, conscientiousness increased with age, extroversion increased with age, agreeableness increased with age, and neuroticism decreased with age. And if you're male, your norm on openness is almost the same as female. Conscientiousness will be lower, extroversion is normally lower, agreeableness, neuroticism will all be a bit lower. What is your results, and do you think the measure is accurate? What do you think about the difference between self-evaluation and others' evaluation, and even compared to the evaluation from your social media accounts? How do you think personality are used, and whether it is useful in real life? What cross-cultural differences do you expect among the 5 dimensions? What are the reasons for the gender and age differences? In the next video, I will discuss the topics about observer evaluation, the validity and reliability of the measure, the application of the Big 5 personality, and the gender and cultural differences. Thank you for watching.